All right, I wanted to share this with y'all. This is a pretty sad story in terms of the workplace. This 60-year-old woman was found dead at her desk job at Wells Fargo after 4 days of being there, being dead at her desk. This here is an example of why we definitely should not be giving our all to these corporations. This is not a Wells Fargo issue, in my opinion, though there are a lot of people that are somehow blaming Wells Fargo. This is just a corporation issue overall. I just wild to me. Let's check this out. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.
A Tempe Wells Fargo employee died at her desk. And 12 News is now confirming that it may have taken as many as 4 days for anyone in the office to notice. Good evening, and thanks so much for joining us for 12 News at 10. I'm Kariba Devine.
I'm Mark Curtis. It's a story we first reported yesterday. Tonight, Tempe police are confirming the timeline of when the woman clocked in to when her colleagues found the body. 12 News journalist Gabriela Becerra is in the studio with new details tonight. Gabby, 4 days. I mean, this poor woman went 4 days undiscovered. It's hard to believe.
And that's a question many employees are asking themselves tonight. I spoke with an employee who said that she shared her perspective on the workplace environment, and they say it's a big building, but most people don't work there on a daily basis. A Wells Fargo employee went to work the morning of Friday, August 16th and never went home. Tempe police tell 12 News 60-year-old Denise Prudhomme scanned into work at 7 o'clock in the morning. 4 days later, police responded to the office building near Washington Street and Priest Drive for reports of a subject down. Prudhomme was declared dead. The Tempe Police Criminal Investigation Bureau is investigating, but do not suspect foul play. A Wells Fargo employee exclusively spoke with 12 News, but asked not to be recorded or identified out of fear for their job. They say a colleague found Prudhomme dead at her desk in a cubicle while walking around the building on Tuesday, August 20th. Prudhomme's cubicle was reportedly on the 3rd floor and away from the main aisle. This employee says several people had smelled a foul odor, but passed it off as faulty plumbing. They say while most Wells Fargo employees at this Tempe location work remote, the building has 24/7 security, and someone should have found Prudhomme sooner. The incident left several employees feeling scared and uneasy. This employee wants to see new safety protocols in place, telling me, quote, it's negligence in some part. A different worker also spoke with 12 News anonymously.
It was just uncomfortable.
Again, calling on the company to do more.
Body was there about 4 days before anybody found it, before anybody walked up to her just to say hi, make sure she's okay. She was just laying on her desk.
A Wells Fargo spokesperson previously sent 12 News a statement saying, in part, we are deeply saddened by the tragic loss of our colleague at our Tempe office, adding counselors through our employee assistance consulting service are available to support employees. An employee tells me their direct management offered those services, addressed the incident, and told workers the building was thoroughly cleaned. And a Wells Fargo spokesperson did not have new information to share with me tonight. The Maricopa County Medical Examiner is investigating the cause of death. In studio, Gabriela Becerra, 12 News.
All right, Gab.
That's just sad. That's just sad to work all the way up into your 60s and just clock out right there at the desk. It's that's terrible. That's terrible. I like I said earlier, I'm not sure why the employees are mad at Wells Fargo for this. She clearly suffered some sort of medical emergency right there at the desk, and you know, these days people aren't really in the office like that. You got remote work, you got hybrid work. These corporations are still heavily involved in their real estate, heavily invested in their real estate, in the real estate that they had prior to COVID and prior to all of these new work schedules. And so you got these giant buildings that are only 20 or 30% full, and depending on when this happened, right? If this happened on a Thursday, or Friday, um, yeah, it could be kind of easy for someone to be left in there for a few days. It's weird, and I'd be creeped out if I was a person working in that office, like, like, damn, there could just be a dead body just sitting over next to me. I'd be creeped out, but I don't know that I'd be pointing a finger at the company. And trust me, I'm not I'm not on Wells Fargo's side by any by any means. They've done some pretty uh unscrupulous things in the past, but I'm just trying to figure out how is the company to blame for this this woman's unfortunate um you know end of life there in the corporate office. But this kind of goes to show, like, we kind of gotta live life and figure things out, for ourselves much sooner. Because I mean, obviously, at any moment we can just be out of there. I'm sure she had plans that night, that weekend, this month, next month, the rest of the year, holiday plans. She had all kind of plans, and didn't think to just nod over at the desk and that just be it. So I had to share this because that I was like, that is why it's one thing to go out at work, period. But it's a whole nother thing to just be left there, and to the point where people were starting to smell uh the body and went to go search for it. If there was no smell, I'm curious how long she would have been sitting there before anybody found her. Could have been, yeah. That I don't even want to. Terrible, terrible. But y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, y'all stay safe out there. Um, it's just terrible. It's Ricky Rich with Black Primacy. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your notifications.